Dear South African fellows, brothers and sisters of the beautiful Rainbow Nation, let us look back at the dark decades of the Apartheid regime. Remember the heavy chains of oppression, the segregated streets, and the painful cries for dignity from Sharpeville to Soweto. Freedom was bought with blood and relentless sacrifice. But in that dark midnight of struggle, South Africa was never alone. When the world looked away, your African brothers stood firmly alongside you. The frontline states Tanzania, Zambia, and the entire continent became sanctuaries for your freedom fighters, sharing land, meager resources, and passports so the voice of liberation would never be silenced. Among these nations stood Ethiopia. Long before the world recognized the ANC, Ethiopia opened its arms. In 1962, a young Nelson Mandela arrived in Addis Ababa on Ethiopian soil. Under the guidance of Ethiopian generals, Madiba received his military training. An Ethiopian passport allowed him to travel the world to gather support. Ethiopia did this because we believed that no African is truly free until all Africans are free. We saw you as our own flesh and blood. Today, the tides of history have turned. Some of Ethiopia's youth walk among you in South Africa. They did not come to take anything from you. They came because they believe in your humanity, escaping unfavorable, complex political situations at home. These young men and women strive to survive, running small retail shops and souk just to put bread on the table. But this sidewalk is temporary. One day, Ethiopia will recall its people. Like the rest of our continent, Ethiopia is highly resource-rich. What we lack today is sustaining peace, largely due to a reviving wave of neo-colonialism, now joined by petrodollar nations scrambling for our riches. Our youth at home fight daily to defeat this threat once and for all, drawing strength from the glorious victory of Odd with a light of hope for continental independence. Yet, a quiet tragedy happens on your streets, the tragedy of xenophobia. Xenophobia carries a heavy price, paid in the currency of our shared African dignity. When African turns against African, the neo-colonialists win, attacking the brothers who housed U.S. in exile dismantles the legacy of our liberation heroes. Please focus on the big picture. This division is a trap hidden from you by leaders who find it easier to blame migrants than solve systemic problems. Do not hate the voices pointing to the truth. Hating the brother who fed your liberation is a betrayal of everything Madiba stood for. To turn your back on other Africans is to turn your back on Mandela himself. The true price of xenophobia is the destruction of the African dream. Let us protect the golden thread connecting Odwa to Soweto. Let us choose solidarity over division. God bless you, and God bless Africa.